Hey, welcome back. It's Chuck here with Milton Daily Homes. We got a list of 4 properties, so it's been a little bit less. It's actually been a nice little break, nice and quick. I'll get started with the first one. It's on Farmstead, and we're at 379. The possession date, whenever you see this date, it's January 10th, 2013. We know it's an important day. The layout itself is like 15 something square feet. It's a pretty open concept layout. It doesn't really leave you a full dining room. It's actually just the kitchen with an eat-in beside, and then you've got a big family room it overlooks. The appliances look nice. The flooring looks good. They put a bit of color in the master. There's one smaller bedroom and one larger room, and the bathrooms are both pretty good size as well. And then it looks like you back onto some common space. There's a $58 fee on this one per month, and it's paid until April of 2013. But $58 a month is just over $10,000 on a mortgage. So I look at this one, they're asking $379, but it's really like they're asking $391 or $392. That's a way to think about it when I look at the extra condo fees attached to it, and it's for garbage and snow removal. So it's nothing outstanding. It doesn't cover any outdoor maintenance or anything like that. Now compare that against something like this on Hobbs Crescent at 383.5, and it's a couple years older on Hobbs. But when you look inside, you're probably about the same size. You're about 1,600 square feet. You've got a very similar design. This one here has a little bit better eating area that you can actually fit a little bit of a bigger table. I would probably change that hood fan out just to match either a black or a stainless steel. A couple pot lights here. They've done the backsplash. I think the colors overall look pretty nice. And then you've got the 3 bedrooms upstairs, a little bit more balance on the upstairs bedrooms. And one of the shots you don't see in here is that it actually backs onto some green space, which I think is amazing. So you really don't have a lot of neighbors behind. There's a school further in the distance, but right off the bat, you're not seeing anyone right behind you. That's a fantastic price in my eyes. I think it's a really, really strong deal. Bing Court is at $409.9. It's a backsplit 3, which means it's essentially 3 levels. So you've got your main floor, and then you walk up to the bedrooms, and then you usually have a half level down to, we'll call the basement. And sometimes what you have underneath the main floor, because they're half levels, is you actually have a little bit of a crawl space underneath, so that can come in handy. It looks like it's a pie-shaped lot. I would expect if it's a pool-sized pie-shaped lot in this area, you're probably looking at a home that needs some work. $409 is a pretty low price for this neighborhood, and so don't expect miracles inside, but I think that based on that price range, I mean, even okay homes sell for $450 around there, so you could probably put some money into this one and get it justified. Jelinik's a very interesting one, 729.8, and it's about 32 and change square feet, 32, 33, I think. It looks like it's pie-shaped, so you've got probably a bit of a bigger backyard, but it doesn't look like it's pie-shaped, at least from here. Anyhow, nice upgrades inside, very well finished, a little bit more of a modern flair to it. I mean, you've definitely got some finishes that I don't know if everybody would be into the counter and the cabinets, but I like when people kind of take a stand and say, this is really what the house is about. Just an ordinary, big, average box to me doesn't have a lot of appeal, whereas this one appeals to a certain taste, and it's like when you vibrate on that frequency, it really can be a good thing for the buyer and the seller, really. I mean, it's a good match when you see a home that has a little bit of customization without going too far off the other side. So there are 3,000 square foot homes right now that are selling for mid 600s. So these guys have put money in. You don't always get the money back that you put into a home, but it'll be an interesting thing. There's a couple 3,300 square foot homes on streets like Hill, like nice streets. This one's a little further west, and they're 670, and they probably need some hardwood and stuff like that. But could you make those homes into this one? I don't think they're that far off. I'd certainly like to see them get in the 7s. It's a little bit tricky though. I mean, even in the 500 to 600 range, in the last, I think it's 10 days or something like that, there's been 5 sales, and it gets progressively harder as you move up in the price range. But that's something too, is that it's getting trickier to sell these homes, and One more thing I looked at when I saw this one. So there's 5 bedrooms upstairs, but there's only 2 full bathrooms. Most of the time you're seeing with a 5 bedroom, there's 3 bathrooms upstairs. So that might affect the buyer's decision too. So let's see what happens on it. I think really nice homes like this one. I'm always on their side. I'm always really looking and rooting for them. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes. And if you're coming to the buyer class tonight, you're going to have a outstanding time as always. So we'll see you tomorrow.